Bungie blocked them for giving them some feedback on Twitter. And this has gotten the community very upset because a lot of people think it was unjustified. We're going to let you weigh in your opinions right here. This tweet is now viral with 500,000 views, 2.7 thousand likes, and even Bungie themselves responded to this issue because it gained so much attention. They couldn't avoid it. So what happened? DMG, who's the lead community manager at Bungie for Destiny 2, tweeted out saying, "What did we name our daughter?" Which, if you don't know, is a reference to the Encore mission. It's from dialogue from Lakshmi, and basically everyone was just grinding a ton of Encore. This was interpreted by some as being rage baiting, but in reality, what Bungie's trying to do right now, I've noticed across all their social media platforms, is that they have a whole new marketing strategy where they're being very vocal and actively involved with whatever the conversation is currently in Destiny 2. Previously, they would just make the game, drop content, and then fuck off. They would just be, ignoring everything that's happening, once in a while putting out a fire here and there, kind of just working on the next thing and not really getting involved. But now Bungie has a whole new marketing strategy, and every single topic that's brought up is talked about by Bungie themselves, the Destiny 2 team. It's in the TWID, and they're being much more involved. And I like this, but it comes at a cost, because when you're involved in certain conversations, people will choose to misinterpret you. People will choose to read negative intent, and that might be what we had here. Let me know what you think. We had a response from them saying, "Please stop rage baiting. Seeing you make fun of the absurd things that has caused most of the community to feel miserable about the game just feels tone deaf or insulting. None of us want to farm Encore endlessly, but it's the best thing to do with the extremely slow power grind." And they go say, "We all want this game to succeed, but it feels like we're being ignored and not taken seriously." So what their response is basically saying that, everyone is grinding Encore right now, or was grinding Encore a ton, because that was the best way to level up, especially when you're trying to do the new raid, the contest raid, which ended up being a ball-busting raid, right? Well, people don't exactly enjoy a mindless leveling grind like that by any means. And so, talking about the voice lines or the dialogue in that kind of came across like rage baiting to some, basically saying, enjoy your endless grind in Encore, everyone, but that's not actually what DMG said, though. Like, he just said, "What do we name our daughter?" He's just trying to be a part of the conversation. I think that he didn't really think this one through too well. It might come across as a little, it at least comes across maybe a little bit tone deaf to the situation, but he just was trying to be a part of, like, hey, everyone's grinding Encore, so he's probably grinding Encore too, to be a part of, what the community is doing. He's trying to be, boots on the ground, actively involved with what Destiny players are doing. So interpreting it negatively, calling it rage baiting, maybe went a little too far. I'm sure a lot of people felt this way, though. I'm sure a lot of people thought it was rage baiting. So Bungie themselves, DMG, had to respond to this issue with a separate tweet where he goes, "Hope y'all know, never in the game for rage baiting, playful jokes only." Okay? Never actually looking to piss people off, which shouldn't even have to be said, but it is. After this many years, I'd hope the first assumption wouldn't be malicious intent. Much love. So there it is. Obviously, you can read malicious intent into some of the stuff he posts at times, but, he's the community manager. He's trying to hype the game up. He's trying to be involved in conversations. And sometimes when you get involved in the conversations, you can be misinterpreted. I think that's kind of what happened here. I don't think he's trying to rage bait. But this rage bait thing actually goes deeper than this, because a lot of people were really pissed off at the Destiny 2 team. Okay, the Destiny 2 team, during the raid race, it was like brutally difficult. They were just like gaslighting people. Like, the Destiny 2 team posted this saying, "Your light fades away again." Everyone's like, "What? This raid is overtuned. This raid is too hard." Bungie, your light fades away. Like, making fun of you, right? A little bit of pandering, right? Then they go on here to say, "World's first death, world's first wipe, world's first unnecessary wipe during damage. World's first misunderstanding of a mechanic. World's first damage. World first giving up understanding a mechanic because someone doubted themselves. World's first controller dying mid-encounter. World's first, well, there goes flawless." Jeez. Destiny 2 team was absolutely gaslighting the community, and people were not happy about it, all right? People were not happy about about Bungie gaslighting Destiny 2 players. The reason why I mention this is because from Bungie's side of things, right, to play devil's advocate here, to look at the other side of the coin for just a moment, they're just trying to be involved in the conversation, right? Everyone's loaded into this crazy contest raid, and they're just absolutely getting their dicks ripped off, right? It's just crazy. You're in there for like 10, 12 hours in one encounter, getting destroyed. That's crazy. That's the narrative of what's happening. People are in the contest raid and it's really, really hard. So Bungie wants to discuss that. They want to make that a talking point. And the process, of course, people are going to think this rage bait. I mean, I haven't even seen the replies, but I can only imagine what the replies are going to be, okay? Okay, yeah, we got mad about this one. What else do we have in here? We got, this raid is bugged as hell, bruh, right? This raid is bugged to all hell. It's nearly unplayable. The rally banners don't work. Not getting ammo, not getting super back. Fix the damn game. Raid is kind of ass because of all the bugs. I mean, yeah, there's a good amount of bugs, right? And so Bungie had to actually later on address all of these bugs. Let's see what they had to say here. Oh, God, I can only imagine this one. How do you have the first unnecessary wipe during damage before the world's first damage? World's first posting things out of order. See, they're having some fun. It's lighthearted, right? I actually don't mind the Destiny 2 team getting involved with us because this amplifies the conversations. In fact, they even recently mentioned that they might consider starting a podcast and talking about things that are going on with the game, which is crazy to me. Someone said, "You're taking 2 weeks to fit hit markers?" Okay, man. Bungie themselves said this right now. Doing what we can as quickly as we can. Some fixes take more time than others. Someday we'll have a breakdown on our blog or maybe a podcast to give a couple examples. Could you imagine a Bungie podcast where they break down and give examples of why things are so difficult to fix or why they mess up in such a way? I mean, people would be flaming this and roasting this so much, but it would be nice to know why some things take so long, and it's hard to understand how things work inside the game. We tend to just default into the game is made with the craziest spaghetti code, but it would be interesting to actually see a Bungie podcast. I'm all for this, especially if it's like unscripted and just Bungie yapping about stuff and actually like answering the crazy questions in the chat, but I doubt we'll see something like that. Not everyone will watch nor care, but could be a fun teaching moment. So there you have it. What do you think about a Bungie podcast? That would be funny. And what do you think about Bungie gaslighting the Destiny 2 players or rage baiting apparently? They got blocked because of it. DMG blocked them, man. That's rough. I don't think the block was necessary. It happens. World's first last completion? Exactly. Justified or not, let me know your thoughts. And make sure to subscribe, smash the like button. We'll keep you up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. See you in the next one. Later.